Assalamualaikum. Good morning and welcome to the judges, teachers, guests and participants of FESIS 2026. Now, I would like to introduce our judges today. The Chief Judge is Dr. Nurul Emeline binti Abdul Khalid, Principal Assistant Director, Public Health Department, Kedah Health Department. The second judge is Miss Hanisah binti Talaha from Sekolah Menengah Sains Sultan Mahmud, SISMA. The third judge is Miss Nurmisha binti Nur Hisham from Sekolah Menengah Sains Selangor. And I, Muhammad Rehan Danish bin Muhammad Hari Iman from Sekolah Menengah Sains Tuanku Menawir, Sasa, while the timekeepers Nur Aisyah Humaira binti Muhammad Sabri and Syarul Amar Amani bin Syarul Nizam are from Akademi Sains Pendang, Kedah. Now, allow me to read the rules. Each team should consist of presenters and a technical assistant. The presentation must focus on the sub-team assigned to the team. The duration of the presentation should not be more than 10 minutes. The bell will be rung once at the 9th minute and twice at the 10th minute. A question and answer session will be conducted after each presentation. Now, I would like to invite Sekolah Menengah Sains Sembrong, SASEM, to present.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to our respected judges and fellow participants. It is a pleasure to have you with us today. We are from SM Science Sembrong and today we are honored to present our project entitled Wellness Revolution Psychological Wellbeing. So, about us. My name is Nur Kasdina Raisha binti Muhammad Syarul Nizam and I will be serving as the moderator for our team. Joining me are Azizah Saida, our technical assistant, and Arab Hanif, our presenter. This is our supervisor teacher, Mr. Saufi. We sincerely appreciate your time and attention and we hope you enjoy our presentation. Without further ado, I would like to invite Arab Hanif to begin.
With each passing year, there is a growing awareness and discussions regarding mental health problems among adolescents. What are adolescents? Adolescents are individuals aged between 10 until 19 years old who are in a phase to change their personalities from young to adults. What happened to adolescents in this generation? They often have a difficulty to control their emotions and have no people to express their feelings. According to the data, 10% of children have a clinical diagnosable mental health problem. Other than that, 70% of them who experience mental health problem do not have appropriate interventions for them. This leads us to our next point, which is our main objective of this project.
Now, I would like to explain the objectives of our project. Through this project, we aim to help individuals who are facing mental health challenges by allowing them to monitor their emotions and build self-confidence. We believe that by tracking their daily moods, users can become more aware of their emotional well-being and better understand their feelings. In addition, we also want to encourage better mental well-being by providing self-care suggestions and emotional support that are tailored to the user's mood. This can help users manage stress, cope with negative emotions, and maintain a healthier mindset.
Let's shift our focus to the empirical data. For the research finding, we have divided our presentation into two parts, which is quantitative method and qualitative method. For the quantitative method, we have conducted a questionnaire that involved all of the Form 4 and Form 5 students in our school. Total respondent is 360 respondents. From the questionnaire, we concluded that 25.5% from them do not agree with our idea. Other than that, 74.5% from them agree with our idea, which is to develop an application to help adolescents with mental health problems. This questionnaire conducted based on Craigie and Morgan 1970 sampling size model. Next, for the qualitative method, we have conducted an interview that involved some students in our school to collect their opinion about our project. From the interview, journaling helps individuals to express their emotions, and recording emotions regularly helps them to identify emotional patterns. From all of the research that we have conducted, we make a hypothesis that that journaling may improve well-being, boost self-confidence, and reduce stress among adolescents.
So, in this framework, we have one digital solution, which is the mood diary application. This slide shows the theoretical formulation of our research problem. We identified three main factors that may influence adolescents' mental well-being, which are peer pressure, excessive homework, and family-related issues. These factors are supported by findings from previous studies and scholarly sources.
Our main idea is to develop a mood diary application, but why must it be a mood diary application? Important things that we should know is what is a mode diary application. Mode diary application is a digital tool that allows users to monitor their emotions over time using a mobile device. Compared to conventional mode diary, we can save our cost because we do not have to purchase a book to make a mode diary. Mode diary is free because it can be downloaded at Apple App Store or Play Store. Also, we can use mode diary every time and anytime, even though if you are offline. Mode diary application offers a reflective practice for adolescents' mindfulness to make sure they can improve their personalities for a better future. Next, for adolescents who experience mental health problems, mode diary application can track their symptoms to support therapies throughout the treatment process. Next, mode diary application helps adolescents to identify stresses, to facilitate them focusing on their big problem and solve the problem.
As shown in the graph, smartphone usage in Malaysia has increased consistently over the years. According to Statista, 89.48% of Malaysians are smartphone users.
Turning now to the climax part in this presentation, I would like to share about 4 criteria of our mode diary application, which is Moody Dolls. The first criteria is exciting and attractive. Users can custom their imaginary dolls based on their favorite characters and change their theme based on their favorite colors. From our research, one of the appropriate intervention for adolescents is art therapy by coloring technique. The main purpose of these tools are to make our application more enjoyable and attract users to use our application. Next. Secondly, the criteria of our mode diary application is giving tips for daily problems. Every time users express their feeling on the application or tell their problems, the imaginary dolls will provide some practical solution for them to make sure they can manage their stress effectively and encourage positive thinking. Next. Privacy and security tools. I want to ask a question to all of the audience in this room. Imagine if someone suddenly invades your privacy. What would you do? A feeling of anger and discomfort surely will overwhelm you, wouldn't it? So the main purpose of this feature is to protect users' personal information. Every time users want to enter the application, they must to fill in the password, or the application will recognize honest faces to make sure their privacy gets secured from get invaded by someone. Lastly, summarize weekly mode records feature. Every time users express their emotions on this application, the application will record everything and summarize by the end of the week to show the main problem that caused mental interruption.
Now, let's look at how the Mood Diary app benefits users in different aspects of their lives. Firstly, one of the key benefits of using a mood diary is that it helps users identify their emotional patterns and mood changes over time. Next, it also can help users recognize their emotional patterns and understand what contributes to their positive or negative moods. Moreover, the Mood Diary app helps to encourage users to reflect on their thoughts and emotions. This can help users recognize their personal growth and achievements, which can gradually increase their confidence. Lastly, the Mood Diary app can improve social skills. Better emotional awareness can help users understand both of their own emotions and the feelings of the others. This can help users communicate more effectively.
We have tested 268 people who agree with the application development with some existing application on Play Store. 80% of them agree that the application helps to monitor people's mood. Other than that, 12% of them do not agree that the application helps to monitor people's mood.
These are the examples of the existing of Mood Diary apps. You can find this app on Google Play Store.
For the conclusion, the younger generation is the hope of our nation in securing the future. Focusing on their mental well-being is crucial in this generation to make sure they can develop a sustainable future.
Moreover, we believe that determination among adolescents is essential because no matter how much support is provided, positive change can only happen when they are willing to help themselves. These are the references that we use to support our findings. Thank you for your attention. We are now happy to answer any questions.
Okay, all right. Can we look back at your research questions? Research questions, or even a research objective. I think like in the front one. Okay, this one. So, what data do you use in order to achieve these objectives? Do you have research objective? Sorry, research questions. Okay, so based on research objective then. Okay, so how do you achieve your research objectives? What data do you use?
We make a Google form, a questionnaire for our students, Form 4 until Form 5 to answer our questions about this Mood Diary app.
So can we look at your research objectives just now? So meaning is that you are focusing on the Mood Diary,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Just want to clarify, the Mood Diary is part of intervention data collection, or Mood Diary is one you want to introduce or to recommend in your school. What means of Mood Diary? Mood Diary.
I'm sorry, can you repeat it again?
But you mentioned about Mood Diary. In abstract, it said that develop Mood Diary. And then you say about another mood dairy in the website. That's innovation, new innovation, or you want to use a well-established mood dairy.
We want to innovate a conventional modern application that have existing in Play Store, because not all of the modern application in Play Store have our criteria.
Okay. Okay. What do you suggest if a respondent in mood dairy show that she has suicidal idea?
We will give her some motivation quotes for her.
Okay. Tak apa. Alright. Okay. Thank you. Good effort and good projects, and then hope you will implement in your school. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you Sekolah Menengah Sains Sembrong for the presentation. Now, I would like to invite SMA Negeri 1 Purworejo, Indonesia to present.
Dua. Tes. 1 2 3.
Tes.
1 2 3.
Tes.
Assalamualaikum. Not only the voice. Tes. Ada tes.
Tes.
Tes. Sudah ada? Hah? Oh ya. Tes. Alright, okay. Di atas. Sekarang kah? Tes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, honorable judges, respected participants, and distinguished guests. Warm greeting from us, SMA Negeri 1 Purworejo, Central Java, Indonesia. Unggul berkarakter mendunia. We are truly honored to be part of this prestigious event and to have the opportunity to share our ideas and research with such an inspiring audience from different places and different backgrounds. We hope all of you are doing well and feeling just as enthusiastic as we are today. Before we begin, we would like to invite you to reflect on a simple yet meaningful question. Have you ever gone running? Today, many people has become running because of the social trend, while others running because of the personal healthy lifestyle. So, today we are proud and pleased to present our research entitled From Inspiration to Conscious Action, the young generation as the driver of the wellness revolution in social media, based running culture to support good health and well-being. Alright, before we dive deeper into our presentation, we would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Vito as moderator, and this is my colleague Fatin as presenter, and Amin as reporter. And also, our mentor is Miss Hani. This research contributes to Sustainable Development Goal 3, good health and well-being. Through this study, we aim to explore how social media, running culture, can serve as a powerful sustainable wellness behavior, particularly among the young generation. We believe that in today's digital era, social media holds tremendous potential, not only as a platform for entertainment, but also as meaningful driver of conscious health action.
So, what exactly is running culture? Running culture is a lifestyle and movement where running becomes part of personal identity, self-expressions, and community involvement. Today, people run not only for exercise, they join running communities, participate in events, sharing achievements online, and support one another through digital platforms. For many young people, running represents hope, productivity, and social connection. Therefore, running has evolved from a physical activity into a growing cultural phenomenon. The next question is, why is running culture growing so rapidly? This graph provides part of the answer. As we can see, the number of Java users increased from 100 million in 2022 to 180 million in 2025, with the sharpest growth occurring between 2024 and 2025. Our research identified three main factors behind this growth. First, social media continuously exposes users to fitness content, running achievements, and wellness trends, inspiring similar behavior. Second, greater awareness of healthy lifestyles encourages young people to adopt more active habits. And finally, running communities creates an supportive environment that motivates participation and strengthening social connections. Despite this rapid growth, several important issues remain unresolved. Our study focuses on four key concerns. First, the strong influence of social media in shaping wellness-related behavior. Second, the growing popularity of wellness lifestyles and running culture among young people. Third, the role of motivation is still underexplored, and the sustainability of running culture remains uncertain. Based on this phenomenon, we formulated four research questions. First, how does social media influence the wellness behavior among young people? Second, how does social media affect the sustainability of healthy lifestyles behavior? Third, what roles do intrinsic and extrinsic motivations play in sustaining participation in running activity? And fourth, how does running culture contribute to the achievements of SDG 3? Based on our research questions, our study was aimed to achieve four main objectives. First, to analyze the influence of social media on the wellness behavior among young people. Second, to examine how social media affects the sustainability of healthy lifestyles behavior. Third, to identify the roles of intrinsic and extrinsic motivation in sustaining participation in running activity. And finally, to explore how running culture contributes to the achievements of SDG 3. To answer these questions, our study used a qualitative phenomenological approach. This approach employed purposive sampling, focus group discussions, and thematic analysis. This approach enabled us to explore participants' experiences, motivations, and perceptions in depth. To strengthening our findings, we also conducted direct field observation.
Okay, next, let's look at our methodology. To get accurate data, we use mixed method approach. Our research involves 47 participants. In total, 15 people joined our focus group discussion. On the other hand, we have 32 respondents filled out in our online survey to provide clear numbers. Our first findings show that social media successfully inspires the young generation to start running. It acts as an entry point by sharing running information, showing an active running community, and slowly building health awareness among teenagers. However, we should know that social media alone is not enough to make them actually run. The real immediate triggers come from their real life environment. like invitation from friends, and social active circle, also FOMO, the fear of missing out current trends. Because of that, we can conclude that social media is a catalyst, not the main cause. It's very useful for inviting people and spreading awareness quickly, but it's not the main reason why someone keeps their long-term running habit. Next. So, what actually keeps them running? We have two factors here. First is intrinsic motivation that come from inside themselves, like wanting physical health, mental well-being, and self-improvement. On the other hand, we have extrinsic motivation that come from outside, like peer pressure from parents and wanting to win a competition. Interestingly, the final result is much more than getting likes on social media. Active teenagers feel the real benefit in their life, like lower stress level, have better emotion, better fitness, and long-term running habit to live a healthier life. So we had four conclusions here. We have four clear steps. It starts with external motivation like social media, turning into active running participation, and finally become intrinsic motivation, then turning from inside, and finally become a sustainable lifestyle.
Our findings demonstrate that running culture contributes to SDG 3 good health and well-being in several ways. These contributions include promoting active lifestyles, supporting mental wellness, encourages preventive health practices, and improving health literacy. By motivating young people to stay physically active and increasing awareness of healthy living, running can be served as a practical pathway toward achieving SDG 3. To conclude, our study shows that social media plays an important role in inspiring young people to start running. However, long-term participation depends on motivation and supportive environments. Therefore, schools, a community, and youth organizations should focus not only on increasing exposure to health-related content, but also on strengthening intrinsic motivation and improving health literacy. Finally, our research was developed based on scholarly articles, journals, and credible publications.
The journey of the running culture is become sorry. The journey. Next. The journey of the thousand slim is the rapid growth and the journey of the rapid growth is that's a meaningful. We are the future builder with a better future. We need not only a mind idea, and we need a strong and healthy body. So let's start begin today.
I would like to invite the judges to ask questions.
Okay, good research. And then you are a runner because you wear sport shoes.
Yes.
Yeah, both. All of you are runner.
Yes.
We like to
assume.
running.
Okay. I just want to ask about the research question or the research objective. Please go to the research objective. Do you have 5 research objective? Is that right?
Yes,
4.
of course.
Four.
4.
Four.
Please go 4. Go to the slide. Okay. Research objective. Okay. 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 Do you have data to support this research objective?
Yes. To achieve our research objectives, we use a purposive sampling and focus group discussions. So We choose the respondents that after we observing them on social media that actively posting their running activity and social media. So
How many respondents respond to your questionnaire?
We use two mixed method approach, right? First, we use 15 people to join our focus group discussion, and the other data we use 32 respondents to join our online questionnaire like this.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you SMA Negeri 1 Purworejo for the presentation.
Subhanallah.
Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Subhanallah.
Now, I would like to invite Sekolah Menengah Sains Alam Shah Asis to present.
Subhanallah. 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 Okay. In the modern era that we live in today, it is ironic that with so many conveniences in our lives, it is the main reason when youngsters are faced with situations that put them under pressure, they fail to thrive. Rather, they face many mental health situations, such as anxiety, stress, and poor anger management issues. As a way to combat this, The government has come up with many programs to hopefully lower the rate of mental health issues within the youngster community. However, they are missing one key detail. Their solutions are still stuck in the past. Hey everybody, my name is Amy Binasro and this is my friend
Okay, and this is our friend.
Kai Shifal. I bid to the judges and the honorable guests in this room today. Now, before we start our presentation, okay, before we start our presentation, what do you see here? You see a phone. Now, let me give you guys a situation. Let's say you come home from a long day at school and you just found out that you just failed your third language class. Now, of course, it's obvious that everyone wants to go back to their phones to relieve themselves. However, in this situation, you're faced with two applications. An educational app and an entertainment app. Now, if you were a youngster, which one would you choose? I'll give you guys 3 seconds to think. Well, if you say the education app, you are part of the minority. The majority of youngsters will actually choose the entertainment app. Now, why is this the case? Let's find out, because it all ties back to the chain reaction. Now, what is the chain reaction? We'll split the chain reaction upon 4 aspects: the expectation, the social norm, fixed mindset, and coping mechanism. Now, this is something almost anyone can relate to. Even you, the judges, can relate to this. Now, what do I mean by this? Let's look at the expectation. I'll give a normal situation. Your parents has put an expectation on you to get 9 A pluses on your SPM. That sets the expectation. Now, the social norm, the comparison. Your parents will compare you to other people, your friends, your brothers, or even the next door neighbor. This sets the social norm. Next comes the fixed mindset. Youngsters will find their value only in academic success. With this, they are put under a situation that puts them under stress and pressure. With it, it leads to the coping mechanism. Now, what is the coping mechanism? We would like to split it upon 2 aspects, the negatives and the positives. Now, what do I mean by this? So, what if you have a negative coping mechanism? If you have a poor coping mechanism, let's say you will do drugs, vaping, or even smoking, it does not only lead to mental health issues, but it also leads to health issues as a whole, such as cancer, cardiovascular issues, and cancer as a whole. But what if you had a good coping mechanism? Such as a gadget. You have the opportunity to use your gadget for doom scrolling, for short dopamine bursts, such as using TikTok, Snapchat, or just YouTube Shorts. But what if you were aware? You were aware that you were able to use gadgets as your advantage. Let's say you were able to use your own research. You were able to achieve success. This is what we would like to touch upon. Now, with this, I would like to give the floor to Kai Al-Khalid.
Thank you, Emir. Now, I would like to talk about the SDG objectives.
Oh, shoot.
Now, I would like to talk about the SDG objectives, or more specifically, SDG 3.4 objectives. Firstly, is to decrease 1/3 of premature death caused by non-communicable diseases, or NCDs as we call them. Secondly, is to promote mental health. Now, why can't we actually achieve these goals right now? This is because of one main factor, which is the bad coping mechanism. For example, a bad coping mechanism such as vaping causes lung cancer, which is a type of NCD that will cause premature death, which is death between the ages of 30 until 70. Secondly, a bad coping mechanism will become an escape for the youth. Instead of facing their problems, they are neglecting it. Thus, degrades their mental health. Now, on to our research findings. Now, we did a survey around the globe and over 50 responders with 50 different responses. These are the countries that we asked. Now, our survey wanted to collect data about a situation where academic pressure really affects the mindset and the mental health of the responders. Now, let's see the survey results. Firstly, from England, we can see that So, firstly, from England, you can see that the problem here is that the expectations are too high. And when they didn't achieve those expectations, they feel demotivated. Now, let's see in India. We can see the same pattern. High expectations, not achieving those expectations, and then feeling demotivated. Let's see in Indonesia. The same thing. High expectations, didn't achieve it, demotivated. And lastly, if you look at the Philippines, it has the same thing, which is high expectations. They didn't achieve those expectations and they felt demotivated. Now, for further explanation, I will give it to Koshifal.
Thank you, Khalid. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we go into our next section, before we go to our next section, which is the solution, first, let us summarize this whole survey result over here. We can see the pressure is there. The pressure is actually happening in front of our eyes. But there's also the upside for this. They actually have the eager to change their lifestyle. The eager to strive for a better lifestyle. This is what we call as micro revolution. So, therefore, we are proposing our solution to amplify those voices to make it as macro revolution. So, all right, I'm not going to turn our presentation into a boring nuclear engineering boring lectures, but you will see the correlation just a slide later. All right, so our main target is the youth between the age of 13 to 17 as our main participants. To our solution is actually NGO collaborative program, which act as a main catalyst to achieve three main benefits. First, opportunity for all the youth, which is in the age of 18 to 24. We will recruit them as our facilitators to give them opportunity to practice, to give them a practical exercise for what they have learned in their university lectures. Second, increase merit for our targeted youth, which will give them a better resumes for their future path and for after school life. Lastly, increase awareness about the importance of coping mechanism. So, our framework, very simple. First, we're going to start with the screen time audit. We're going to show them the real data, the main concern that actually happening with them. We're not going to judge them generally. We're going to give them we're going to make them face the main concern. Second, showing them the different parts of the coping mechanism. We're going to evaluate with them together to show the negative and the positive between the coping mechanism. And lastly, showing them how to practice a healthy coping mechanism by gamify exercise, which a relatable approach to our targeted youth, which is the age of 13 to 17, and mentor check-ins to actually give the opportunity for the 18th to 24 age of youth to actually practice what they have learned. So now that we have know how solution is going to work, let's look at the correlation with our end goal. First, nurturing youth leadership. As we know, with the collaboration with the 18 to 24 youth, we're going to implement the leaders' values in them to the 13 to 17 youth to actually nurturing the youth leadership in our future. Second, promoting mental health. By showing them the main problem that are happening currently, we are actually promoting a way to actually improve their mental health by our program. And lastly, improving coping mechanism by suggesting a few more ways to achieve a good coping mechanism. With that, I give the mic to Emma.
Thank you, guys. So, as they say, the future is within our yard. We are proposing many ways to not only change the social norm, but not change the fixed mindset, but change the coping mechanism. But that is the most realistic approach. It is parallel. Thank you. You may ask Q&A.
Okay, all right. So, What are your research objectives? Did you have in your slides? If you have it, can yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sekejap aku. Alright, so this is our main research objective, which is oriented by the SDG 3.4.
Can you tell me more about it?
Alright, so as we know, the main objective is to decrease 1/3 of premature death caused by non-communicable diseases. And we know the main factors that cause this, the main NCDs that cause premature death is actually a cardiovascular diseases, which mainly caused by a coping mechanism, which is smoking a cigarette and vaping. Yeah.
Okay, can we go back to your slides on interview with the, yeah. I think you have 5 countries involved. Okay, this one. So how did you conduct the interview and so on?
Okay, so the way we conducted the interview with the people around the globe, we decided to go through multiple applications such as Discord, Instagram, as that's where usually youngsters are. With it gives us easy access to give their response, and they give us a detailed and professional response because that's what we wanted, and the exact age group that we wanted.
Okay, your answer will lead this next question. Okay, okay. My question, from the response, how many respondents answer your questionnaire?
Okay, so we got over 50 responders inside of Discord and Instagram and such applications. And to contact them, actually, we use our networking. Like, for example, all of these are actually our friends from a different competition. Yeah. So we got over 50 responders worldwide. Yeah.
50 respondents
50.
from
Uh,
from those countries, 50
around
the
Asia.
world, around Malaysia or around the world?
Around Asia. If you look at our previous slides, these are the countries that we surveyed and interviewed.
Qualitative questionnaire. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I got it from the extract, not from you. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. This is we are from Sekolah Menengah Sains Alam Shah. We bid you farewell.
Thank you, Sekolah Menengah Sains Alam Shah, for the presentation.
Test, 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 test.
I know.
Okay.
Test, 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 test.
Testing. I did.
Now, I would like to invite Sekolah Menengah Sains Kuala Terengganu, SESTA, to present.
Reviving minds, renewing spirits. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning I bid to the judges, moderators, and fellow participants. Recently, cases such as Zara Karina and Nazmi Aizat has sparked nationwide concern about student well-being in boarding schools. Both cases involve bullying and emotional distress, highlighting the importance of providing students with a safe place and providing emotional support. But before that, I'll let Farhana continue.
We are the team behind Relive. Our teacher advisor for this project is Madam Sabrina, who has guided and supported us throughout this journey. Our main presenter today is Aidil. I, Farhana, will be serving as the presenter and technician, and finally Najah as our repeater and main technician. Before we start, I'll ask you a simple question. In the middle of routines and responsibilities, when was the last time students were truly given the opportunity to unwind? Student life is busy, and sometimes we may forget to pause. So today, we present Relive, a program designed to help students unwind and experience more beyond their daily routine.
Through our research, we identified four major issues, which are stress, bullying, limited emotional expression, and homesickness. These often prevent students from properly resting and recovering, negatively affecting their well-being. To investigate further, we conducted a literature review using credible articles and expert reports. We also distributed a Google Form survey and collected a total of 671 responses across fully residential schools, with 284 of them coming from SM Science Kuala Terengganu.
For your information, 284 is the total number of students in SESTA.
With 387 other more from other fully residential schools.
The third methodology we used is conducting interviews with professionals. Through this, we collected expert insights on student mental health and effective approaches to promoting healthy well-being. For this study, we interviewed two professionals. Our primary expert is Associate Professor Dr. Resliza binti Yahaya, a lecturer in medicine and psychiatrist whose input played a key role in shaping our findings. In accordance with our sub-theme, Youth Leading the Change, we were fortunate to collaborate with two active members of YOSH, Sharifah Alia Najwa and Shafiqah Aina, who supported us in conducting our open mic sessions, and both individuals are alumni of fully residential schools, allowing them to contribute valuable insights and relate closely to the experiences of boarding school students. YOSH stands for Youth of Strength and Happiness, which is a volunteerism unit dedicated to nurture the potential of young individuals by creating positive social impact through youth-led initiatives. Moving on, our last methodology is program implementation, which was conducted to evaluate and gather participants' feedbacks.
After identifying the problem, we conducted a thorough analysis before proposing a solution. First, according to an article from UTM, Faculty of Sciences, Social Sciences and Humanities, boarding school students commonly experience homesickness due to strict hostel rules, limiting independence, and self-management pressures. In Nazmia Aizat's case, Ashwa Awani reported that he was repeatedly assaulted and verbally abused by his peers. Police investigations also revealed that the perpetrators were experiencing stress and emotional pressure as well as poor emotional regulation. To deepen overall, our findings show that 29.6% of mental health issues were linked to stress, while 44.2% were linked to anxiety and 26.2% were linked to depression. Furthermore, 93.5% of respondents reported worrying about their academic performance, while 93.2% reported that they felt that they did not receive sufficient guidance or support when facing personal problems. To deepen our understanding, we interviewed Dr. Rosliza Yahaya. According to national data discussed during the interview, approximately 1 in 4 Malaysian adolescents experiences depressive symptoms, while loneliness, sleep difficulties, and suicidal thoughts continue to become significant concern. Boarding school students additionally face homesickness, separation from family, academic pressure, peer conflicts, and limited personal time, which may lead to stress, anxiety, emotional exhaustion, reduced motivation, and poor concentration. These findings clearly demonstrate the need for an initiative that supports the students before these problems become more severe.
Now this is where phase 2 comes in. The proposed solution findings, where we explore and identify the best possible ways to reduce the issues we discovered in phase 1. As mentioned earlier, we distributed a Google form to further study on what activities students would enjoy most. From SESTER students, the highest preferred activities were film-based intervention, while mini-games came close in second place. On the other hand, other fully residential school students also preferred film-based intervention, but having eating in second place. Moving on to interviews with experts, Dr. Rosliza showed great interest in one of Relief's activities, which was film-based intervention. Based on her studies, this approach can support mental well-being due to films having the ability to connect with adolescents on an emotional level and encourage reflection. Film-based intervention works through 4 simple steps: watch, reflect, express, and connect. First, students watch a relatable movie, then reflect on the emotions shown. Then, they express their thoughts during the open mic sessions, and finally, they can connect with others. However, it is important to note that this is not a clinical treatment for mental disorders, but rather a form of mental health promotion and emotional support. Through film-based intervention, students may develop better emotional identification, becoming more aware of their emotions. Secondly, it encourages emotional expression, expressing emotions instead of keeping everything to themselves. It also promotes normalization, where students realize that they are not alone. And lastly, it helps reduce stigma by encouraging acceptance. Thus, we are aiming to ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all. And we specifically chose 3.4 as the target that it is associated with our program. The sub-theme is youth leading the change, meaning we are the changes we want to see.
Thus, after thorough research and discussion,
we developed
Relief as the most effective solution to address the issues identified. Now, on to the definition of relief. Reviving minds, renewing spirits mean to help students recover from burnout, stress, emotional fatigue, while also restoring students' motivation, enthusiasm, and emotional well-being. Relief also provides students with a space where they can reflect, empathize, express themselves, listen, inspire others, validate experiences, and feel empowered.
The main organizers of Relief are students to manage stalls, choose, manage, participate, and organize the event, while teachers and the guidance and counseling unit serve as supervisors.
Unlike conventional programs, Relive offers multiple ways for students where they can relax and recharge according to their preferences. Activities include watching movies, playing mini games, motivational speeches, and having open mic sessions.
For your information, the movies were carefully selected to reflect different challenges faced by students. Additional activities include hanging out with friends, eating, cooking, and managing food stalls.
After implementing the program, we collected participant feedback to evaluate its effectiveness, with 96.9% of students stated that Relief successfully reduced their stress levels. These findings demonstrate that Relief effectively promotes relaxation, improves well-being, and creates a more supportive school environment.
Moving on to Relief's objectives, we mainly target to reduce students' mental health issues. Other than that, we aim to provide a safe space for students to express bottled up feelings. Next, encouraging a healthy school-life balance also becomes our primary objective. Lastly, we hope to provide students with experiences beyond their daily school routine. Our future improvements is to expand the program with other suggested activities. My apologies.
To conclude, Relive offers students with a chance to unwind and recharge, safe environments which encourage help-seeking actions, and featuring film-based interventions, all the while supporting SDG 3.
Our future improvements is to expand the program with other suggested activities based on the graph to increase adolescents' satisfactions with our program. Next up, our number one priority with presenting Relief today is to implement this program to nationwide fully residential schools. Thus, we are extremely fortunate having Department of Health as our chief judge. Up next, we hope to collaborate with more mental health professionals to further extend our program's effectiveness. Maybe we can collab in the future. Lastly, we hope to provide a digital sharing platform for anonymous feedbacks, simply targeting those who are extremely terrified of opening up but is in need of advices. All in all, Relief is an initiative to bring us all together and face our problems openly.
We have reached the end on our exposition of the problems raised through the causes we thought of as the main issues that need to be resolved to maintain good well-being among students.
Reviving minds, renewing spirits.
Relive, signing off.
Now, I would like to invite the judges to ask questions.
All right, I would like to ask you regarding your research objective. Can you please explain to us again your RO? Can you please show us the data to support your research objectives?
These findings. Thank you for the question. Our first step was to provide a questionnaire survey to identify what activities students would prefer most. And after the program implementation, we also conducted a feedback questionnaire survey. Feedbacks. Feedback. This shows that our program implementation was highly acute success, and I hope that answers your question.
Just want to confirm, do you have any pre-data? Before this data?
Suggestion. Suggestion.
Our pre-data would be the suggestion and also the mental health issue identification, where we provide questions that we want to collect data based on what problems the students are having or being faced.
Okay. Anyway, this is the good project.
Thank
And
you.
congratulations to your school
Thank
because
you.
involved another school also. And then just want to clarify about one thing. You have 651 respondents from your school or from the various school.
From
671 respondents
One.
across all fully residential schools. That means only 284 respondents were from our school, which is the total students in our school.
How many questions in your first questionnaire?
At first, we asked Section A for their biodata. Then
Okay.
Section B, we asked about 50 questions.
50 questions.
15.
15?
Yes.
Okay, 15. But you just mentioned one data.
We mentioned two data.
Two
actually.
data.
Mentioned
Only
two
two data.
We specifically chose the highest problem that is occurring among students. That
Okay.
has the highest agreed choice.
Okay.
This one.
Okay. From this questionnaire, do you have any data supporting the contributing factor for mental well-being? Contributing factor for your study. So, but because you suggest something that's relief program.
Yes.
Yes. And then just want to know, before you suggest any program that to be implemented in your school, we must analyze regarding contributing factor.
Contributing factor.
Because there is one questionnaire, research objective said about reduce stress, but there is no data from the questionnaire, from the respondent, suggest that they are stressed. They were stressed
Okay.
before relief program.
Okay. For me, in my opinion,
Yeah,
okay,
your
I would
opinion.
say worrying about their exam results concludes in having stress as well. And although it doesn't really clarify the stress, there's other questions that conclude students having stress. And I feel like stress among students are very common. And I feel like we all relate to having stress, especially after stepping into upper form.
Do you think that data is important in this presentation?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
All right. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you Sekolah Menengah Sains Kuala Terengganu.
Hello. Hello. Con kênh xì chào mình chặt.
Đây gì nè, đây gì nè. Đây gì nè.
Hello. Hello.
Phía chiều đó nè.
Hello đi.
Tụi mình mới đi nhìn qua. Hello, hello, hello. Có đi lom này. Đây gì nè, hello, hello. Đây. Hello, hello, hello.
Now, I would like to invite Cheriam Udam Suska School of the South, Thailand to present.
Dear respected judges, teacher, and fellow participants, across Thailand, especially in Bangkok and the northern region, air pollution has become a serious challenge. Every year, thousands of people suffer from respiratory illnesses and other health problems caused by PM2.5. Tiny particles so small that we cannot see them with our eye. Today, we are proud to represent Remudom Siksa School of the South, Thailand. Our project is entitled Preserve Use-led PM2.5 Community Mapping for Healthier Future. Now, let me introduce the team member. Naradi Suthirak worked as the technical assistant and web developer of the project. Natra P. Chuchot served as the moderator and reporter. And my name is Kanokratin Chom, the reporter and the presenter today. Together, we develop research to support healthier community through technology and youth leadership. Our project aligns strongly with the FATI 2026 theme, used at the HEM, steering the world toward a resilient and sustainable future. It also directly supports sub-theme 2, Wellness Revolution, youth leading the change, under the SDG 3, Good Health and Well-being. Additionally, our project contributes to SDG 4, 11, 13, and 17. Let's explore our research journey.
Today, we will present about the problem statement, research objective, research methodologies, community demographics, the development of research, data analysis, research findings, impacts, challenges, and future recommendation. Nakhon Si Thammarat is located along the Gulf of Thailand in southern Thailand. The province is blessed with beautiful coastline, mountains, forests, rubber plantation, and agricultural lands. This photograph show the natural beauty of our province. Despite the use of natural resources, air pollution remains a growing concern. Different geographical zones face different pollution challenges, which inspire us to investigate this issue further. Nakhon Si Thammarat can be divided into 4 major geographical zones. Each zone experiences different PM2.5 sources. For example, coastal zone face emission from fishing boats and fish processing factories. Mountainous zone experiences agricultural burning and wood processing dust. Industrial areas are affected by cement factory, transportation, and traffic. Agricultural zone face crop burning, peat fire, and transboundary haze. After conducting survey and interview across the province, we identify several important problems. First, PM2.5 sources vary greatly across different geographical zones. Second, residents have limited access to localized real-time air quality information. Third, awareness about PM2.5 health risks remain relatively low. Fourth, there is no easy to understand community hotspot map. And finally, youth participation in environmental monitoring remains limited. These challenges inspire us to create a practical solution. Also, we discovered that each zone requires different prevention strategies. For example, in mountainous zone, residents should be cautious of agricultural chemical and wood dust. In the industrial zone, that from cement factory and trucks require protective measures, such as wearing N95 masks. This shows why localized information is essential. Before moving forward, let's briefly define 3 important terms. PM2.5 refers to a very tiny particle in the air that are 2.5 micrometer or smaller. BreathSafe is our real-time monitoring website that combines with PM2.5 information, GIS mapping, and educational content. GIS or Geographical Information System is a technology used to collect, analyze, and display location-based information through maps. About health impact, PM2.5 can enter deep into our lung and our bloodstream. It can trigger asthma attack, breathing difficulties, allergies, cardiovascular diseases, and strokes. Based on this issue, we aim to 1. Study PM2.5 level in different areas of Nakhon Si Thammarat. 2. Create a GIS-based PM2.5 hotspot map using data collected by students, citizens, scientists. And 3. Promote youth participation and public awareness regarding air pollution issues. So, to achieve this objective, this study employed a quantitative research design. The population was approximately 1.5 million residents from Nakhon Si Thammarat province. We collected data from 1,290 respondents using stratified sampling. Data collection was conducted 1 month. We used questionnaire and analyzed the data using percentage, mean, and standard deviation. Next. The research process included identifying the problem, setting objective, developing BreathSafe, collecting data, analyzing findings, and making recommendations. The pie chart shows the respondents from 4 geographical zones. Agricultural areas 35.04%, industrial zone 34.34%, coastal zone 17.29%, and mountainous zone represented 13.33%. Participants included teachers, students, farmers, government officers, business owners, and community members. This diversity helped us gain a comprehensive understanding of local air pollution issues.
How did we build BreathSafe? You can scan this QR code to explore our BreathSafe. We brought this real-time platform to life using 5-step development process. Step 1. We should Visual Studio Code to write and manage our software files. Step 2. We use HTML and CSS to build a website, blueprint, and design. Step 3. We utilize JavaScript to handle the interactivity, linking different tabs together and update the data in real time. Step 4. To get live vector update, we embedded an API key from OpenVector. Finally, we chose Google's Firebase as our cloud database. It safely stores the GPS coordinate and PM2.5 levels. Throughout this journey, Gemini serves as our AI coding assistant and help us fix bugs.
This all works like BreathSafe through a mobile phone and computer. Using BreathSafe, we collected PM2.5 data across districts in Nakhon Si Thammarat for 1 month. The agricultural zone recorded the highest average PM2.5 level as 11.21 microgram per cubic meter, followed by the industrial zone, although PM2.5 levels were relatively similar across all zones. Pollution sources differ significantly, requiring different prevention strategy. We also evaluated public satisfaction with BreathSafe. Overall satisfaction towards BreathSafe was high, with a mean score of 4.44. Each of you received the highest rating at 4.52. Why? Users also reported health awareness and overall satisfaction. Our findings show that PM2.5 sources vary across geographical zones. Students, citizens, scientists successfully developed a GIS hotspot map, and users reported high satisfaction, increased awareness, and stronger community engagement. For impact, BreathSafe generates several positive impacts. It provides real-time air quality information, supports survival outdoor activity planning, reduces health problems, improves access to environmental information through mobile devices, and empower youth as citizen scientists. Despite our success, we face challenges such as the limited budget, time, data collection, and technical complexity. For future development, we plan to expand BreathSafe to a mobile application, AI-powered air quality prediction, and alert system. and stronger collaboration with local authority and community. Our goal is to help people make informed decisions and better protect themselves from air pollution. Last but not least, we couldn't have done it without our dedicated supervisor, Ms. Montisha Thonghatta. Thank you very much for your attention, and we are happy to answer your question.
I would like to invite the judges to ask questions.
Okay, hi. So there's one question here. Is there any collaboration with any university in Thailand or maybe from local university? Any collaboration?
No, we don't have because we is our student and it's a big company. They doesn't care about health problem because they care only his company.
Okay, so how do you collect your data, especially the questionnaire?
Yes, we use Google Form and send to the student, and we told them to send to his parent, and we ask help for teacher and other community members.
Oh, okay. All right.
Good research, good presentation, and I wonder, do you publish this research in any journals or any journals in your country? Do you publish, or this is the first presentation?
Yes, this is my first presentation.
Do you not publish it yet?
Again, please.
Is there any? Have you published this or any? So have you published this before, or how do you come up with this thing, with the research title and so on?
Yes, we publish it and respondent use this and they.
I know what I mean is that how do you get to this topic? Your research. So how?
We get it from Google Scholar, and we.
Okay, all right. So meaning is it you based on others' research?
Yes.
Yes. All right.
All right, we want to ask you, where do you get the idea of this research? Do you really be together and think of this topic? Or is there any help? That's why the Chief Judge asked us now, do you collaborate with anyone regarding your research?
We saw the news in Thailand, in Bangkok and northern region have suffered from this issue, and it's more than our country, and we have an idea to protect ourselves because every big problem comes from a little problems, and we want to protect on a little bit to not become a big problem.
Any other studies to help you, like you refer other studies to help you with your research? Any other articles? Because you said you refer to Google Scholar, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, do you understand our question?
Again, please.
Is there or are there any research articles that you refer to design your own research, this research?
Oh, we asked 3 teacher and professor to help our research.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Can I give you one suggestion? Step after this, maybe you can get approval from your research bodies, research what research body, research center in your country, and then publish these reports. My suggestion. Okay. Okay. That is mean that it is good. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Triam Udom Suska, School of the South, Thailand, for the presentation.
Testing.
Sure, 1, 2.
Now, I would like to invite the last team of today's presentation, Sekolah Menengah Sains Konta Tinggi Sakti.
Everyone says young people are the future. But what kind of future are we creating when today's youth are stressed, sleep deprived, addicted to screens, and struggling with their health? Ladies and gentlemen, a society that ignores the well-being of its youth is simply destroying its own future. Because at the end of the day, broken generations do not build great nations. Instead, they only inherit problems and pass them on. But before that, Assalamualaikum and a very good day I bid to honorable judges, moderators, and fellow friends. Our presentation today is titled Clarity in Life, the Wellness Triangle, Empowering Youth to Take the Lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, our presentation will cover the background of our study, our conceptual framework, methodology, findings, implications, and lastly, the conclusion. Now, the objectives of our research are, firstly, to assess youth awareness, perception of holistic wellness based on the Wellness Triangle framework. Secondly, to determine the factors influencing youth wellness behaviors and attitudes. And lastly, to explore how youth can be empowered to lead and promote a culture of wellness within their communities. But before we dive in, we really need to know what was healthcare like back then. Well, traditionally, healthcare has been reactive. People tend to seek help only after becoming sick when illnesses have already progressed. While treatment is important, this approach focuses more on managing problems rather than preventing them from happening at the first place.
Now, this is where the wellness revolution comes in. So, you must all be wondering, what is exactly the wellness revolution? Well, the wellness revolution represents a shift from treating illness to preventing it. So, instead of waiting until our health deteriorates, we cultivate healthy habits, make sustainable lifestyle choices, and take charge of our well-being before problems arise. Ladies and gentlemen, this idea led us to develop our conceptual framework, which is the Wellness Triangle. The Wellness Triangle consists of 3 interconnected pillars, which are nutrition, physical activity, and rest. Now, understand that each of these pillars have their own purpose. Proper nutrition supports growth and development. Physical activity strengthens our bodies and improves cognitive function.
Meanwhile, rest allows our bodies and minds to recover, regulate emotions, and recharge. All three of these elements work together. If any of them is neglected, then the entire structure collapses. Now, what is the problem today? Unfortunately, despite understanding what wellness is, many people still struggle to achieve it, especially when modern lifestyles have normalized sedentary behavior, processed diets, chronic stress, and insufficient sleep. Not just that, ladies and gentlemen, but convenience foods have also changed our eating patterns, and diseases such as type 2 diabetes are increasingly affecting the younger population. At the same time, society often misunderstands wellness. Many people believe that exercising alone guarantees good health while overlooking the equally important roles of nutrition and rest. And as a result, people pursue health in fragments rather than as a whole, thus reducing overall quality of life and increasing the burden on healthcare systems.
Now, to investigate these issues, we did qualitative method through an interview and quantitative method, which are literature reviews and surveys. These methods allow us to gather information from both existing studies and individuals' experiences to gain a more comprehensive understanding of youth wellness.
During our interview with nurse Izian Shamimi, she emphasized the importance of nutrition in maintaining overall health. She explained that nutrition affects important functions within our body, including the thyroid. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is the thyroid? The thyroid is a small gland in the neck that helps regulate how our body converts food into energy. If essential nutrients are lacking, the thyroid function can be affected, thus thus leading to symptoms such as fatigue, weight changes, and difficulty concentrating. So, this highlights how proper nutrition is not only important for physical growth, but also for ensuring that our bodies function effectively on a daily basis. Now, moving on for our research, we have two factors. Our first factor explored how the youth can contribute to the wellness revolution. Our findings revealed a few things. Firstly, on how lifelong habits are often formed during youth, which means that the choices young people make today are going to continue into adulthood. Secondly, on how today's youth are eventually going to become the future decision makers and leaders. Therefore, their attitudes towards wellness today are going to shape the environments and systems of tomorrow. In addition, ladies and gentlemen, youth are highly active on social media and are often early adopters of new trends. This gives them the ability to normalize positive health behaviors and encourage others to embrace healthier lifestyles. We also found that peer influence plays a significant role in shaping health behaviors. For example, when young people see their friends exercising, prioritizing mental health, or maybe adopting healthier habits, they are more likely to do the same. And lastly, youth role models. Whether they are student leaders, activists, content creators, or public figures, these people have the ability to inspire others through their actions. Ladies and gentlemen, the same influence that encourages harmful habits can also be used to create a culture of wellness.
Our second factor focused on efforts to empower youth. We explored how empowerment equips young people with knowledge and skills to make informed health decisions and become agents of change. Also, we explore government efforts in creating a platform of youth voices. Interestingly, our survey found that over 95% of respondents encourage their friends and family members to prioritize their well-being. Also, we found that nearly 98% of respondents believe that young people should play a greater role in shaping health and wellness policies. Also, we found that empowerment improves health literacy, strengthens critical thinking, and enables young people to distinguish reliable information from unhealthy trends. We found that empowerment builds confidence, encourages them to speak up, share ideas, and lead initiatives within their communities. And when they're given the opportunities and support, youth move from being participants to becoming leaders.
Encouragingly, organizations have already begun creating platforms for these youth voices. For example, Programs such as the Young Health Champions Initiative and Nyawa bring together youth leaders, health advocates, and students to co-create solutions for a healthier society, bridging the gap between youth and policymakers, allowing young people to contribute their ideas directly to those involved in shaping healthcare policies. Ladies and gentlemen, these initiatives demonstrate that when youth are given a seat at the table, meaningful change becomes possible. It also shows that the youth are not passive recipients of change at all. Instead, the youth are already contributing to it.
The implications of our findings are clear. Youth possesses the influence to shape health, attitudes, and behaviors within your communities. By empowering them with the knowledge, confidence, and opportunities, youth can become agents of change, capable of inspiring healthy lifestyle and promote wellness.
Thus, our research has shown that the wellness is not merely the absence of illness, but a continuous commitment to balance and well-being. Through the wellness triangle, we recognize that nutrition, physical activity, and rest are equally important pillars for a healthier life. We also acknowledge that the young people have the power to lead this transformation. By empowering them with knowledge, confidence, and opportunities, we can transform wellness from an individual responsibility into a collective movement. Because at the end of the day, the wellness revolution begins with the choices we make today and the generation courageous enough to lead them, which are the youth.
And these are our references.
And with that, we would like to end our presentation with a big thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Now, I would like to invite the judges to ask questions.
All right, can we look back at your findings? Okay, all right, so this one. So how do you get this one?
So we conducted a Google Form survey in our
Alright.
school. And we had around 50 respondents. So we had 11 questions, but we only put the two main questions to prove why the youth actually have the initiative to lead this change, which are where?
To lead the change.
Yes.
Okay.
Where
alright.
we show the ratings of of how many young people who have encouraged their friends and family members to implement a healthy lifestyle, which shows that the youth do care about the generation today.
So how many items for your questionnaire?
11 questions.
11 questions.
11 questions.
So that one is based on which research question?
That one is based on the 9th question and 10th question.
The one is your research objective.
All research objectives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to answer your questionnaire?
Yes. Hold on. Okay. Assessing youth awareness and perceptions of holistic wellness. So, our questions, our responses showed that youth are aware of the health problems going on around today's world, and they also understand the effects of all these three pillars in their lives. But the problem is that some of them are not aware, which comes the youth who are aware, and their job is to spread awareness among other people as well.
So meaning is that for research question objective number 1?
Yes.
So you use a questionnaire.
Yes.
How about the second one, the factors?
The second one, we conducted an interview with a nurse with 13 years of experience. She told us and informed us on how after 13 years of being a nurse, she noticed that the number of young people coming in and out of the hospital is increasing. And most of them come to the hospital usually because of health problems such as diabetes and problems within their organs.
Do you have any? Okay, all right. So about number 3?
To explore how youth can be empowered to lead. So we already have government initiatives going on right now. Just like I said just now about the Young Health Champions Initiative and now those are only 2 of many government organizations who have been creating, who have been holding all these movements to promote awareness within the youth. So all of these movements have shown that the youth are capable of creating this change because at the end of the day, the youth are going to be the one who are living in the future generation. So proves that why, of course, they would want to live in a generation where everyone is healthy and everyone is safe.
Okay, all right.
Thank you Sekolah Menengah Sains Kota Tinggi for the presentation. Thank you for the interesting presentations. Thank you to all judges for your time. Audience are dismissed.